Today I will be showing you how I build Throne Room Massacre Hardcore Rifted waves 23-25. So first I build with my Gas Huntress. Range doesn't really matter, this is just for one area. You're going to be stopping the genies that spawn right here. So you just gotta place it in the middle like that. Next, this is not going to be rifted as well. Next, you're going to place your auras. So my aura stats. But to have everything fit, you're going to unequip all your gear. I like to keep some pieces on so that it builds quickly. I like to place my auras right on the edge, my electrics right on the edge right there. Come down here. I'm going to place it right here. Come over here and place it here. Now if your auras don't have the same range as mine, you're going to have to find a sweet spot somewhere right here so that they overlap, because where you want them overlapping is right here. You're going to place a buff beam here and they're going to reach the buff beam. Next we're going to do ensnares. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to be taking off all your armor. Oh, I forgot my armor. Sorry about that. You're gonna place the first one on the first step right there in front of the thrones. Next one you're gonna place right here. Other one goes right here. So these auras, you might have to move them back, which will be okay. Okay. Next we're gonna go, I'm gonna switch this to my buff beam character. It's not rifted. And we're gonna have DSTs. Here are my DSTs. Take in mind, none of this has to be as strong as mine. It can be a lot weaker. I think with the DSTs, if you have 5,000 damage, you'd be perfectly fine with this. So you're going to overlap them. The middle one is going to face the back, obviously. Then you're going to place two on either side. You're going to face the left arrow on this side facing that edge. You're going to face the left arrow on this side facing that edge. I like to start in the middle on the back ones because it's easier to build out. So that's why you saw me place that one there. My bad for not explaining. And you're going to place another one on the other side as close as you can. Like that. Now that's your DSTs. Next you're going to do your buff beam. You're going to make this a 5D buff beam. Now it's okay that your electric auras aren't buffed yet. We'll get to that in just a second. I like to use my EV character for the reflex. My wall character, my buff beam character, so I don't have to switch through them all. My bad. So you just gotta place one going across down at the bottom. You're gonna place one up here, one going to this DST. We'll come back. This DST right here. You're gonna build up. Good now here, down to that reflect. It's okay that this gap is here. That wall right there is gonna be for the ogres that come this way. Okay, next you're gonna go on whatever character you want. I have specific characters for these. So I'm gonna use those. We're gonna go, get a strength drain. I'm gonna place it right somewhere in the middle here. Then you're gonna get a healing aura. I'm gonna place it somewhere right here. Doesn't matter where you place those, they don't have to be ripted, but I have characters for them, so that's why I'm placing them. They aren't that, they're hybrids, they aren't that good. Their stats are mainly all put into health, and they have gears for their rifted stat, so they aren't that good. Next we're gonna striking gem. Striking gem our auras. Now why we do that? All we need is the electric aura. We just need the auras to touch the buff beam. So you see how they're not touching on this side right here? When I go step on it, gets huge. Obviously you could tell because if you look down there, you'll see the lines on the floor. And then I hop off of it and now like it's on the buff beam. Now if you want, if your auras don't line up, you can always upgrade the overclock beam and it'll make your auras even bigger. And then you could try and do it. If that doesn't work, then you'll have to redo all your gear. I meant your auras and move them back. Just overclocked, and now look, all the auras are touching the buff beam, and you're good to go. I like to upgrade the electric auras to 3. And then you're going to do 3 in the back ones. Four in the front ones. Then you have 100 mana left. You can put it into any leading snares. You can put it into the strength drain or healing aura. And then all you want to make sure is you have a speedy gem because you're going to be standing on this DST right here just to help the back. And you're going to go. Now you place the wall in front so you are able to kill the sirens if you want. But everything dies pretty quick, so you're good to just sit up here. You can do whatever you want. You can watch YouTube while this goes. And watch a TV show. You can do whatever. I would say if you don't, okay, there's 2 right here. If you don't place a gas trap right there, if you saw on my map, I had 2 genies up north, up here at the thrones. Those genies will start getting rid of your auras. So if you don't have the gas trap, you'll have to shoot the genies yourself, which will get very hectic during the boss fight. So I would just have the gas trap be as close to the thrones as you can so that it activates and it's going to gas the enemies back there. Now, once you see all the ogres are gone, and you don't want to sit on top of your DSTs, you don't need a speedy gem to sit on those. You can do whatever you want, but I like using a speedy. Oh, all the ogres are gone. But as you saw, the ogre just died. If you have less, I would say less than, let's just say 6,500 damage on your DSTs in stats, I would be careful and help your DSTs kill the ogres. Now you're gonna upgrade one in each DST. And that's it. Alright, see, gas trap hits the genie. So you're pretty much going to be upgrading your DSTs all to max, because when you're doing the boss, you're not going to be on them. The Goblin Mech will destroy them, probably with a couple missiles, so you want to be careful of that. Another thing is if you tower boost right here, you're actually boosting all 3 auras. You don't actually have to stand on top of these and boost them. The only thing is that the tower boost has to touch the auras in any way, and they'll get tower boost. So if you watch here, once that tower boost is gone, which it is, you're gonna watch here, you got 25.79k fusion. Come up here, tower boost. Come back. 41.94k fusion damage. So if you just sit on the DSTs and tower boost during the waves, your auras and DSTs are all getting affected by your tower boost, which well, essentially, your DSTs are mainly just getting ogres, genies, and sharkins, while your auras are probably going to be killing the smaller guys, kobolds, orcs, those guys right there, archers, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so you're just going to get as much mana. You should have enough mana to max out all of the DSTs before boss wave. And you should have some left over. You're going to max out well, you don't have to max them out, but I like to do one aura here. You can max this one out if you want. I have one in the ensnare. I do one here, one in the ensnare. Pick up some more mana so I can do the rest. One in the ensnare, one in the electric. Now, during the boss phase, you're going to want to upgrade those electrics to max, because that's what's going to be doing a lot of the damage clearing on boss sides, because boss might rotate on either side. So your auras are probably going to be taking care of sharkins and that kind of stuff. You might have to watch out for sharkins though, so. Now boss wave is pretty tricky. You will need a character with high health. If you have 2 people, you want one as a squire. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on, I gotta upgrade this genie though, so give me 1 sec. I'm gonna put on a genie. And the reason I'm putting on the genie is because I'm going to be hero boosting the whole entire time. So you're going to want a genie with all vitality in it. You want a character with a decent amount of health. If you don't have a character with a lot of health, you're going to have to pay attention to the boss's projectiles. Now, I like to do this during that like on boss wave because I don't have a speedy on. So I want to get rid of as much as I can as quickly as possible, especially in this back. Just gotta get rid of that first genie. Once you get rid of that first genie, you're all good to go. Now you are able to run around and do whatever you want while you wait for a boss. You do want to make sure you collect mana though, because during this wave you are going to be upgrading your electrics and all your auras to 2. You want them to get them to 2 so that they have more health and last longer. I've had them at 1 a couple times and they have died on me on the boss fight on multiplayer. Grab up all the mana. There's only 3 electric auras, so you only need 3,000. Let's just say 700. I do like doing this build with multiple people because I'm usually a squire and that's how I play the best. I might do this build, do this again with how I deal with the squires. I meant how I deal with the ogre copters and the squire. That might be with 4 people. And I'll probably also, with the 4 people, I might just have 1 person who I can rely on to help me, while the rest are just rando players who need help. Okay, I'm gonna start upgrading while I wait for the enemies to die out. Final upgrade in electric and 1 into the ensnare for more health. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some mana again. Make sure you heal the gas trap. Sometimes it can get pretty low if bigger enemies activate it, where the electric auras don't kill it instantly. Now with the new episode coming out, my builds are probably going to remain the same. The only difference is 2 of the towers are going to be rifted even more. So it's not going to be like, if I was to do this, I would probably rift the strength drain and ensnare. No, strength drain and healing aura, so that they last, they can help out even more. I'm going to put, since these guys aren't rifted, I'm going to put 3 upgrades in them, so that this one heals me more, and this one gives more of a strength drain to the boss when he sits in there. So now you're not going to worry about anything behind you just yet. What you want to do is you want to stand somewhere over here. You can stand behind, but you're going to want to deal with the goblin copters immediately. You want to get all the ogres killed as fast as possible. You're not going to worry about the boss. You will have dark elf warriors fighting you, which will be okay. Now if you watch, the other sides are perfectly fine as of right now. Just gonna get these ogres. The ogres behind the boss are not being targeted because the boss is a more valuable target for them to attack. I just saw the sign. The boss will not fight your DSTs because it can't get up the ramp, but the ogres can. That's why you fight the ogres. The missiles that the boss shoots, you will have to be careful of. But as you see, the boss has already lost quite a bit of health due to the DSTs. That's not me shooting him at all. So, just want to watch out for the ogres. Now you see, since I'm sitting on this side, the boss will, oh wow, okay, that's new. The boss only stays on this side, so that the ogres on the other sides are getting hit. But you just want to make sure you stand on the side where you can kill the ogres. Okay. It looks like all the ogres are gone. Now I'm gonna start. Oh, there's one more. Heal real quick. And that is why. Okay, well, I know my DSTs are gonna kill it. You want to be careful of those missiles. I wasn't paying attention. Ogre's dead. Now it's just the boss. DSTs will kill the boss. Boss is just gonna sit there. All DSTs are shooting at it, so it's gonna die. When you're on your own, be mindful of those missiles. Don't do what I did and just took them. But yeah, this is the build for Throne Room. Hardcore Massacre Rifted. If you guys do need help, I do stream Monday through Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern time to whenever I hop off. The pieces of gear you get from this are minor boots and ancient helmet, and then you get 1 out of the 6 random pets from the act. I'm gonna pick that up. This weapon is okay for starting. I wouldn't really recommend it. So I'll show you why. Its stats aren't as high as the Drake Tooth, but if I remember correctly, let's compare these real quick. So I have 1534k fusion damage. Yeah, it's not as high. This is probably more for a ranged DPS weapon. I like the Squire weapon from this map is the best for DPS, and the Huntress weapon for clearing out mobs is the best. But hopefully you guys managed to do this. I will catch you guys later.